Interstellar Memory. There was this man in the shelter when I was homeless a long time ago back on planet Earth, an object called climate change. Now, who had another man, a man who had another man chase him around and when I used to read about a self and an ego, and I used to talk to people at Paymacarpo in Greenwood about their AA meetings and their coins they collected and their drug addictions, they continued spontaneously. Now I started to recognize and I started to understand a process in a system Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud and Lacan wrote about when children look in mirrors and not an adult in their memories, unfortunately. Now, pedophiles and molesters are those who observe on planet Earth. They're neighbors who don't respect a human's privacy in a home they rent with their money. And their dominance, they whisper and voice in their women's apartment, in a room in a house they rent in a hotel where they have prostitutes in a harem. And bitches, they say, will be fucked up when they don't obey their commands, are similar to the man in the shelter who was violent, living in a duality, screaming he wanted his mother. His self, in other words, was in his body. And the man following him, similar to the men who followed me and my body when I was on earth, and who continued until I got far away from their abuse. Their smiles and their smug glances, their voices and their energy, wanting to touch me, touch myself and ego with their genitals, mostly. His self running from his ego, chasing him, was his mind telling me, sitting charging my phone, he was gonna fuck me up if I didn't give in to his dominance, his muscles, his bald head, and his black skin he called a fist. Now, him and other men, aside from the racist white men, were those who were in charge. And whoever wasn't in charge was a soldier warrior who wasn't a veteran wearing a Marine Corps hat, walking a service animal dog with the words United States Coast Guard on a jacket they wore. Now, and when these men needed a novelty other than a self chased by an ego for stimulation and reward, for those who were in their gang mafia cartel, selling their drugs and offering their substances and chemicals to be drunk and confused and misdirected when they weren't harassing and bullying as they do undoubtedly now back on Earth. playing this recording now. And these selves and these egos and these minds, similar to the man chased by another part of his emotion, another man decided was not the correct color for his mood he learned at Union Gospel Mission and wrote about at Bread of Life Mission in a bed, in a room with other masculine, gender-neutral feminists who were violent, dangerous, creepy, and nasty, and who enjoyed young girls and younger men who they called boys and buddies and pals. They kept as their possessions with their eyes and hands when they needed a touch. They needed advice about their penis not getting hard when a prostitute they bought said to them they should go get Viagra at a gas station on Aurora where they used to buy those women with those body parts they called their possessions. Now,